Hey everyone, welcome back to Code with Poonam. This is day 24 of our 100 Days of Coding Challenge in JavaScript. Today we are going to work with an essential concept in JavaScript, that is finding maximum and minimum value in an array of numbers. This is super useful in any kind of data analysis or when you need to find extremes in your data. So let's jump into today's challenge and open up our VS Code. So if we see in the VS Code, the question is already mentioned that write a JavaScript function that takes an array of numbers and return maximum and minimum number of values. That is what is our question, right? Now let us come here and we will break down this question. So we will just take the important part of this question. That is JavaScript function, correct? After that, what is the important part here? It takes an array of numbers, right? So this also we will take up here and we will put it over here. After that, what is the important part? That it returns the maximum and minimum number of values, right? So that also I will put it over here. So these are the important parts of our question. Now this function is what going to do? It is going to return us what? Minimum and maximum value, right? So I'll come here and I'll define the function name as min, max, number, okay? This will be our function name. Now in the second line, what it is written? Takes an array of numbers, right? So let us just write here a sample array. So inside a square bracket, we will just write here what? 1, 23, 45, 90. Okay. So this will be our sample array. Okay. Now, what is the third line? Maximum and minimum number of values, right? This is what we wanted, correct? So then what approach we are going to follow here? So we will be using JavaScript math methods to make this process simple and efficient. So in math methods, what do we have now? We have Math.min and we have Math.max. So this is what we are going to use it. Now, as the name itself suggests that this is going to give us what? Minimum value, right? Okay, and this is going to give us what? Maximum value. So this is what is going to provide. So I'll just write it here as well. So as the name itself suggests, right? MIN, minimum value, MAX, maximum value. So this is going to return it. But now in this parenthesis, what it accepts? It accepts the list of numbers, I can say. It doesn't accept an array. It accepts the numbers. So how we can write it here inside this? So if I have to write it, I will be writing math.min and in this just the numbers, not the array. So I'll take it from here as well and I'll put it over here. So what is the minimum value from here? We will get here what? 1. So it is not going to accept what? It is not going to accept the array. So I'll come here and I'll write here what? Math.max, and in this also I'll pass it like this, and this is going to give us what? 90. So if you see here, it is not going to accept what? Array. So how can we make that work out now? We have an array, we don't have a numbers. So how can we do that? So in the previous videos, if you have gone through that, in that what we have used a spread operator. Those who have not gone through, please, I request, please watch out that videos as well. Okay. So there we have done much more in depth about the spread operator. Okay. So the spread operator, we are going to use it here. Okay. What is the syntax of a spread operator? 3 dots. What does a spread operator do? It spreads out the elements of an array, correct? We are working with respect to the array. So I'm saying about it that it is going to spread out what? The elements of the array. So then how we are going to write it then? We will be writing what? Math.min and 3 dots and then our array. So whatever will be our array, we are going to pass it like this with the spread operator, that is 3 dots. And if you want to find out the maximum, so we will write here math.max and in the spread operator and the array. I will also show you what if we pass directly the array, what we get it. That also I will show you when we are writing down our function. So this is the approach we are going to use it, that we are going to use math.min and math.max along with our spread operator since it is an array, because math.min and math.max method takes number over there. It doesn't take directly your array. Okay. So let us come here and define our function. So function, and what we have decided, our function name will be min, max, number, right? So that is what? So we have defined our function. Let us quickly invoke it here and let us pass the sample array which we have created. So I'll come here and I'll put it over here. So this is going to accept it as what? As an ARGS. And as a parameter, I will just write here what? ARR, correct? Now then what we will do? We will come here and we will just test it out. So we will just come here and we will write here console.log ARR. And we will just test our function is successfully running or not. So we'll come here and we will write here what node and we will write here day 24 challenge because today's challenge is day 24. So we'll come here and we will write here what 1, 23, 45, 90 we are able to get it. So when we run this particular function, we are able to get this, right? Now, after this, what we will do here is now let us come here and define a variable. So we'll declare a variable called as a min and we will define also for a max, okay? Const min and const max, okay? So we'll define it like this, okay? And in this, both of them, we are going to store our minimum and maximum value. As of now, I'll just comment it out here and I'll just write here what? Math.min, and in that I will directly pass the array, okay? I'll directly pass the array. And now let us just run it and see what do we get here. So node and day 24. Now you see what do we get? Since we have not consoled, we are not getting anything. So let us come here and console it. So console.log min, and now let us test it one more time. So we'll come here and we'll write here what? Node 24 challenge, and we got here our array that is 18 line, and then we are getting not a number. So this is not giving us the output. It is giving NaN. NaN it is giving. That is not a number. So that means it is not able to find out that it is a numbers. So it is not able to recognize the numbers, and that is why it is giving us what? NaN. That is not a number. So now if I just pass it with a spread operator with a 3 dots and let us test it one more time, okay? Now if you come here and you will see I got 1. So that is the minimum, right? Now let us come here and once again we will come here and we will write here what? Math.max as well. And in this also I will pass directly the array, and now let us just console it one more time. So we'll console it and we will write here what? Max, okay? Now let us come here and let us run it node day 24 and we get what? NaN. Here we are able to get this out, but here we are getting again what? Not a number. That means it is not able to find out that whatever we are passing is an number. So we will use our spread operator and we will spread out the elements of an array. And then once again, if you run it, now you will get here what? 1 as your minimum and 90 as your maximum. You can come here and you can make it 100 here, and then you can just see what do we get. So I'll clear the terminal and we will run it one more time, and you get here 23 now, and here it is 100. So we are successfully able to get our minimum and maximum value out of our array. Got it? Now let us come here and we will just improvise this. So I'll come here and I will take it here down, okay? So whatever the logic will be there, it will be together and we will be writing it like this, okay? And I'll comment this console.log ARR also, and we will write here what? In the double quotes, I will just write here what? Minimum, okay? And I'll put comma with a colon, okay? And here let us come here and let us write here what? This is our maximum, right? So we'll write here what? Maximum with a colon, and now we will just test it out. If we want, we can improvise it more. As of now, let's come here and test it. So we'll write here what? Node, and we will write here what? 24, and we will get here minimum is 23 and maximum is 100. So we are able to get this here. So what we have used along with the spread operator, because it cannot directly accept your array. It needs the list of numbers. That is where it is going to work here. Got it? So let us come here and now let us do a recap of what we have done. So what we have done is here we have used our math methods. What were the methods? Math.min and Math.max, right? These are the two methods, but this two method doesn't take directly an array. What does it take? It takes the list of number. If I want to show this, I can show this as well. So let us come here. After this, I will just write here to show you all console.log, and in that I will pass it directly like this. And you will get, guys, 1. Let us see this. We are getting or not? See here. 1 we are getting. Okay. So it takes the list of numbers, not the array. That is why the execution has been performed now. So I'll just comment it out here, okay? Just to explain you, so that it takes a list of numbers. Same goes with your maths also. So that is where now we have a array. We don't have a numbers, right? So how can we get the numbers? We will use a spread operator, right? Using three dots, what we did, we used here along with our Math.min and three dots and our array. And as soon as we passed it, we were able to spread out the elements of the array, right? Then we came here and we write down the function min max number and we are passing the array, correct, from here, and we are receiving it here. Then what we did here is what? We declared two variables and then we calculated our minimum and maximum number here, right? Using our math methods along with the spread operator. And then we just consoled here, right? And when we invoke the function, we were able to get it. So we can try out with a different test cases. Let us try out with a negative number. What do we get if there is a negative number? So min max number, and let us write here -3, 20, 78. That is what I'm going to write it now. Minimum should get -3 and maximum should get 78, right? So let us clear the terminal and let us test it one more time here. So what we get, minimum is 23, maximum is 100. That is for the first one. For second one, minimum is -3. So we are able to get it. And maximum is what? 78. So we are able to successfully get from this as well. Even if it's a negative number, it is going to give you the correct values only. Got it? So that's all guys for today. So try this out with different array of numbers to see how quickly it identifies the minimum and maximum values. It's a great way to get comfortable with the spread operator and the math methods in JavaScript. Okay. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more daily coding content. Keep coding, keep learning, and I'll see you all up in the next video. Thank you guys. Take care.